Herbert.
Table number 3, Joel Hinare.
Shuri Alabaster, the school principal from Taihape on table 2.
And on table number 1 from Masterton, Pagan Rimini. Woo!
Yeah, let's have a little bit of music to warm these up before we get underway. Shearers on the board, thanks. Have a little bit more noise.
Now here it is, 3 o'clock in the morning.
5 competition fleeces. Shearers, we've been asked to take it up a tempo. On your marks, get set, go! Well, Tuma, we've got Joel Henare, the form guy. He's the one that's been winning most of the competitions, but it is a level playing field, just like the table there. Not a spherical wool left on the floor up there, is there? How's Joel's chances?
Joel's chances are very, very good, but these other 7 wool handlers, they're going to make it hard for him. He's not going to just be able to walk in the park this one. Karen Herbert down there on table 4. She's been on form here as well. She's already won the North Island Open Circuit Final, so she's good to go. We've got Pagan down here. I think Pagan might have top qualified into this semi-final. And we've got Shri Alabaster, a former world champ. So all these wool handlers on board at the moment. Could go down to anyone.
That's great, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the belly has been removed. The judges are looking for the cooperation of the wool handler with the shearer. They're making sure there's a line on the floor. That is the demarcation line. If the wool handler accidentally throws wool over to the neighbour's part and doesn't retrieve it, the wool handler will lose points. So this is part of the judges' calling. Have a look down the boards, guys. That's a good pace. We all want you to finish at the same time. Just have a look now. We're getting ready for the first throw. Cherie Alabaster quietly down there, a little bit bunched up. Pagan puts a little bit more kaha into her throw. Joel Henare, a little bit bunched up there for Cherie Alabaster. It's nicely placed though. Joel Henare got a little wee bit hanging on the side. An A4 sheet of paper. The best throw would have to be Hopke down here on table number 4.
Yes, table number 4, but there was not a lot in it, Cotto. Now it's back to the board, just to pick up that crutch wool, sort it out. Short wool in there, possibly a bit of urine stain, possibly some sock wool. Got to sort it all out. Try not to make it touch the fleece wool. Grab the top knot. Then you'll see the wool come back to the table and deal with the fleece that's there. It's removed to improve. 3 things to think of: length, colour, contamination. Also things to think of: the whole shearing process, what's been taken off when, what bins you've got, what's going in the bins, getting it right. Roll up time number 1, rolled it up. Got to think of how compact that roll is, rolling it the right way, and then the placement in the bin. Lots to think of, lots going through these people's head. Back to you, Cotto.
As he said, AGITO is knowledge is very important. It's called Mātauranga, ladies and gentlemen. It is education. This is what we're doing here this afternoon, and we're educating the crowd on the virtues and the values of beautiful fibre called wool. Look at that throw. Table 1 would have to take it out again on this time. Sorry, the first time. This is the second fleece. Shearers, you can step up a notch now. Let's lift the tempo. Put a little bit of pressure. Let's make these wool handlers sweat, baby sweat, Tuma.
Pagan Rimini down here on table number 1. She's just cruising along. She looks like she's got things A-OK under control. Round the other side of the fleece she goes. She's skirted both sides of these fleeces, so she's ready to roll it up. Back to the shearer she goes. She gets the belly, pulls the front wool into one bin. She gets the belly wool into another. Round this other side of the shearer she goes. She's got to get the short crutch wool out. And then she's got to take the top knot wool out. These poor old wool handlers, they just don't know where they are at the moment, Ian.
No, there's so much going on, so much in their heads. The wool handling area, it's an exact science. with a number of grey areas. The judges are there to keep all those grey areas fair, consistent, and how they see it. But there's a lot going on. Shearing judging, you're looking for a couple of things. Wool handling judging, you're looking for a number of things. These wool handlers, they do it all day in a wool shed. They practice, they watch each other at shows, and they just see how that they can pick up. Fleeces coming out on the table. Table 4 looks pretty well, just about perfect from up here.
But, Poppy, there was a beautiful photograph to be taken on table number 4. You should have seen the look on Karen Herbert's face. Her eyes were as big as her mouth. She was really looking at the fleece. She says, land, baby, land. And it did just that for her. Come on, shearers, you're making it too easy. These wool handlers are needing a little bit more of a challenge. The wool is already rolled up on one side on Cherie Alabaster, a previous world champion, ladies and gentlemen. We heard a little bit of a broom noise there. That means that guy's winding himself up now. There it goes again, the noise of the broom. Tuma Mullins, it's really all on here at the Ag ITO Open Wool Handling semi-final.
Just looking underneath Pagan's table here, there's not a lot of wool under there. She's sorting out her locks and the longer stuff as she goes along, which is a good thing because it won't leave a lot at the end to tidy up. Fingers going crazy at the moment as she's pulling out the first pieces. She's got the dead evil eye here on the judge because the judge thinks that they see something that they can't. These judges, they get a bit like that, Ian. They think they see it, but they don't.
Oh, that's all right. They're looking, Toma. They're giving each competitor a fair amount of time. You see them rotating. They give them consistent time, one by one, and take it whatever they see. They're looking for a number of things, and they make an evaluation. Here comes Pagan's throw. Ooh, it's a fairly loose-looking fleece. These fleeces are only just holding together, but she got it pretty near perfect on the table. Round the fleece she'll go, just taking off enough. It's a fine line as to what they take off and what they leave on. There's not a lot to actually come off these fleeces. Remove to improve, and you only need to take off what you need to take off, no more. Back to sort out the crutch. Shearer going up the undermine, got to watch what he does there. Push the fleece back just so that it gives the shearer room to put his foot forward to step up on the neck.
These wool handlers, Ian, they're not allowed to interfere with the shearer in any way, are they? They're not allowed to touch the shearer. You know, they've got to let the shearer shear the sheep. They can't go and try and pull the cheek wool off the sheep before it's shorn, because some of them get a little bit overexcited and they try and, you know, they're grabbing at it before you've even cut it, and that's when they get cut fingers, isn't it, Ian?
Yeah, nerves and adrenaline. But there's a thing called shearer hindrance, and the judges are keeping an eye on that, where they may impede the shearer just a little bit, and that is a penalty against the wool handler. Shearers all coming down on the last side. Finished. Now we're down to the last fleece. 3 on the table. Not bad throws. Joel's looked the best to me. Oh, until I saw Pagan's. Pagan's is not bad either. And now it comes down to time. Sealed time of 1 minute 10, I'm told. So that means that from when the cord was pulled, they will get 1 minute 10 to clean up. After that time will be 1 point per second. So that's a fairly...
Ian is really hard. All right, 1 minute has come up now. We got Karen Herbert, who's really just about ready to put her broom up. Underneath the table goes Joel Henare. Here comes Cherie Alabaster coming back at him fast now. Toma, how's that Pagan Rimene? She's getting ripped along in the dust.
Pagan had 2 really loose fleeces at the end. Oh, time for Karen. Pagan had 2 really loose fleeces at the last 2, and it's really put her behind. But she won't have long until time will be taken, Ian.
Time for Cherie. Pagan just tidying up. Tables collapse, but carry on regardless. Don't let things like that phase you. Sorting out her sweepings on the floor. Time there too. Woo!
little bit of music, thank you.